Back to follow-up segment tonight, Donald Trump using Twitter.
The tweeting, I thought I'd do less of it, but I'm covered so dishonestly by the press, so dishonestly.
So it's clear Mr. Trump believes Twitter is an essential part of his communication plan. It's now here in New York City, Cheryl Casone from the Vox Business Network, and from Boston, Marianne Marsh, Democratic strategist. All right, Marianne. Mr. Trump's Twitter account has about 20 million followers currently. He says he's going to keep his private account and not use the presidential account, which has about 13.5. Now, once he takes office, his personal account is going to triple, probably to 60 million. So it is a legitimate way to get his message out, is it not?
Well, it's very smart because Twitter is Trump's weapon of choice because every political reporter is on it and all the breaking news is there first. And the media treats every tweet by Donald Trump like breaking political news. So it gets out everywhere. They report it verbatim. But the problem is they don't verify or check anything that he puts out there first. So for Donald Trump's
what does that mean, though? If he puts it out, what do they have to verify? He's saying it. Why would they have to verify it?
Well, there are certain things he says in certain tweets. For example, this past weekend about John Lewis and the way he characterized his congressional district, not at all accurate. That should have been checked and reported simultaneously.
The Atlanta Journal-Constitution did check it. They did it.
But it doesn't happen in real time, Bill. It doesn't happen with the tweet. So by the time that happens,
that's the craziness of the Internet.
It's all gone. But that's why Trump loves it so much. He can get an unfettered message out there without any constraint to multiple millions of dollars, people rather, on every platform that every media outlet owns.
No, I can't argue with any of that.
Loves it so.
But, you know, he's president now, Cheryl, and there's supposed to be a certain decorum in how a president communicates to the world. But I think Trump's just going to smash that all.
Says who? There has to be decorum. This is Donald Trump. This is what got him elected. It's what won him Ohio and Michigan and Wisconsin. That Donald Trump is not going to change. Yeah. And of course it did. He went direct to his audience. We know that the mainstream media tends to be liberal. He knows that. He's saying he's going to go completely around them and go straight to the American people. And on Twitter, I'm sorry, but you've got 67 million active Americans on Twitter and more than 300 million active users on Twitter globally. Why not bypass the media? That's exactly what he's doing.
Okay.
And he's not going to stop. As John Spicer says he's not going to stop.
But here's an interesting fact, Marianne. 79% of the American people don't go to Twitter. They're not tweeting. 79%. So he's reaching, as you pointed out, he's reaching the press and he's reaching people who are politically interested, but he's not reaching the masses. They're still dependent on programs like this. And go ahead.
But then programs like this and others put the tweet up just as if they were looking at a screen on their iPhone.
I very rarely do.
You don't, but almost everybody else does, and you've tried to talk to him about this. But that's the good news for Trump. The bad news for Trump is, I think, the reason he has a 55% unfavorability rating right now is because of his tweeting. He's used it to pick fights and bully businesses and individuals and settle scores, and that's not what people want, and he's done it more than ever since the election.
Speculation.
And that's what's going to get him into trouble.
But it's working. That's the point. He's not going to stop this. Look, we're expecting tomorrow for GM to announce $1 billion investment in the U.S.
But
because
there
he went after GM.
There is a Gallup poll out, all right? It just came out. It says 55% of Americans don't like the way Trump is transitioning into the White House. So you're saying it's working.
They'll like it when it translates to jobs and tax cuts and investment. But that's what he's using Twitter for. And you've got CEOs that are afraid of Donald Trump on Twitter, and they should be because he's got the ultimate mouthpiece using his Twitter account.
Do you think, Marianne, that it's an inhibitor for people, that they're afraid they're going to get attacked by the President of the United States on Twitter and they're going to have to deal with all that fallout? Do you think he's using it as an intimidator?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. And look what it's done to certain stock prices for certain companies. It certainly tried to silence his opponents. There's no question it has a chilling effect in a way that is troubling, frankly. Because he's wielding it in a way.
It's freedom of speech, isn't it not? Doesn't he have a right to... to do that?
You think tanking the stock market is a good thing,
Bill? I don't think he wants to tank the stock market, but if he's...
But that's what's happened.
If he says, Marianne, that he's going to negotiate with the drug companies that do business with the federal agencies, look, that's a good thing. Everybody should know that because the drug companies may be forced to bring prices down. So I don't care if the drug stocks tank. It doesn't matter to me.
It's very mixed, very mixed. And Bill, it has a chilling effect on individuals who don't have the standing that Trump does. This is going to be the President of the United States going after individuals, institutions, and businesses. And that should concern everybody. But they're going after him
big time on the media. Last word, real quick.
If you're the CEO of Boeing or GM or Ford or the producer of Saturday Night Live, be worried. Donald Trump is not going to stop after Friday, January 20th.
I wouldn't be worried. You do what you think is right, and then you debate it. I don't want to be worried about it. Ladies, thank you.